Somebody said, I don't know if will our democracy survive this. I think I've kind of said this before, but something the Democratic Party needs to figure out. Hopefully they do at some point, but this isn't going to happen spontaneously or randomly. It needs to be a deliberate effort by some person in the Democratic Party has to do this. Somebody needs to build a coherent, vertically integrated apparatus that carries Democratic messaging. Like, the Republicans have this system that just, like, Donald Trump, the president, will say a thing, and when the president says a thing, his whole cabinet will say it. All of the lawmakers are on board with it. All of the mainstream pundits will carry it. All of the alternative media pundits will carry it. All four of these groups have no problem going on to other platforms like Joe Rogan or whatever to carry it. This form of like propaganda resonance where a resonant frequency is, there's some ideal frequency that a material will vibrate at, and when you sing a note into it, it's louder than it would be otherwise because it's shaking with it. This type of resonance from the top down that is just in lockstep with the whole thing, Democrats just can't. They don't, until you have a messaging apparatus like this. I think this is one of the most important things I think that you can make work. We have no zone flooding from our party, as the Republicans do with media. People say flooding the zone, but it's not the reason why you can flood the zone. The reason why it works is because all of these things will work in tandem with each other, right? Think about what this looks like from the Democratic perspective. Think about what this looks like from when the Dems do it, right? Now, again, I'm not saying that we necessarily need to be as shameless as the Republicans because Jesus Christ, it's unhinged. But think about how different things, like if you were to game plan out, how different would things look if it was, if Democrats acted like Republicans. Let's say Biden has a bad debate performance like he did on the last day with Donald Trump, right? Did they finally pass it?
Members voted.
I think they're working on it.
Wish to change a vote? No. On this vote, the yeas are 218, the nays are 214. The motion is adopted.
Somebody said it's not like they coordinate, though, Destiny. Well, one, you're wrong. They do directly coordinate. We know that. They say it. They say openly that they coordinate, right? Charlie Kirk talks about talking with the president on the phone. So one, they do coordinate. Two, they don't have to coordinate because subconsciously they all know the message. They know what they need to do, right? So in a world where Democrats would act like Republicans, if Biden had let's say Biden has a bad debate performance where he's slow, he looks senile or whatever, right? This is never going to be what lawmakers talk about. After Biden had his issue with the debate, I think you had Democratic lawmakers publicly calling for him to step down. I think you had, if I had an example for each of these, it would be so much better. You had privately, you had them calling for him to step down, right? Do you remember when I think even Obama and Pelosi were talking to him behind the scenes saying, hey, bro, you got to go. You got to fucking go. You had celebrities. I think maybe you had George Clooney talking to him, or I'm saying publicly that he needed to step down. In the mainstream media, you had MSN, MSNBC, CNN, all of these guys were saying Biden had a really horrible performance. Maybe he needs to step down. And then in the alternative media, you had people going back, right? The whole establishment system was against Biden when he had that bad performance. Now, is that good? Sure. I mean, it's good to, make the party stronger and all that bullshit or whatever. However, if this was a Trump thing, as soon as Trump had that bad debate performance, if Trump would have had the same performance Biden did, There wouldn't be a single lawmaker talking about that. Instead, they would all be focusing on the fact that, oh, well, if you go back, like if you would ask people, go back to that Trump-Biden debate. Did Trump make a single coherent point in that entire debate? He didn't. He actually didn't. He didn't say fuck all about literally anything. He had no coherent points about anything at all. That would be the fixation. The mainstream media would be talking about, they would be constantly fixated on, oh, well, look how old Trump is, right? Trump is about the same age as Biden. And they would be running clips of, here was Trump 4 years ago, here's Trump speaking today. And you're going to tell me that Biden is the one who slowed down? It would be the weird cut up clips of Trump looking like he's confused or not knowing where he is. They cut that one with Biden outside to make it look like he was staring off into space when there was a guy just right off frame. You would just see these types of things constantly played. And the alternative media, people would be constantly talking about how, like, oh, look, he's passed all this legislation. Biden is sharper than he's ever been. All these people are saying good things. Like, and then all of these people would be going onto the alternative media platforms to carry the exact same message, right? It wouldn't even look remotely the same. But as long as Democrats, the problem, people talk about like flooding the zone. Democrats can't flood the zone because they can get pushback from the messaging. The resonance will stop with any one of these particular things, right? It might be Al Green getting censured. Al Green, that was his name, right? For what? Why the fuck are we ever censuring people in the Congress right now, ever? Why the fuck would that even happen? So other lawmakers are fucking us, right? The mainstream media, why the fuck is Jake Tapper writing books about Biden? Are you fucking retarded? That's fucking stupid. The alternative media, that whole landscape is lost completely, right? Aside from, like, I guess the Bulwark and maybe the pod, not even the pod, like everybody here is like, maybe we do need like socialists, or our whole party needs to be taught, right? These people are totally us. And then as a result of having absolute decoherence here, I don't think you say decoherence, there no common messaging, no resonance here, right? There's no chance of surviving on any of these alternative media platforms, right? Because if any of these people were to go on any alternative media platform, if the president goes on, you know that people in Congress are going to be looking to take shots at him. The media is going to take shots at him. The alternative media will take shots at him. If any lawmakers go on, fucking look at AOC. Everybody's going to be willing to take shots at her. If any of the mainstream media people go on, they don't even do that, right? The alternative media are going to take shots. It's just like a clusterfuck. There is no flooding the zone or messaging or anything from the Democrat side, because every single part of your message, if the Republicans were deleted, the whole Republican media were deleted from existence, there would still be like a healthy media ecosystem that is incredibly self-critical just on the liberal side. Like there's so much pushback right here. This is not acceptable. It's not good. Now, again, I don't think the Democrats need to go full cult worship like Trump does, but at the very fucking least, when we have a message that we feel strongly about, we should be able to, from the top down, push that message without fault. But we can't do that. We can't, even on the stuff that we supposedly agree on, we can't agree on that. And we can't push that, so. Do you think this would be healthy if both sides had this level of pushback, though? The Democrats need less pushback, and the Republicans definitely need more, but I don't think they should become the Republican Party. Do you think anyone would have a chance to fix it? Well, what I'm saying is there has to be a deliberate person to step up to try to fix this. That has to happen. So there needs to be a person. Now, I thought that ideally the DNC chair guy, I would have said the DNC chair would be in a position to do this, but they had to kick out Hogg or whatever, right? From the deputy chair, whatever. Even in the DNC, it was fucked. Even in the there's just a Democratic National Committee or whatever, it was fucked. So, yeah.